Hello and greetings from South Korea, where I am to found the Global Digital Innovation Alliance, and also unfortunately one of the main reasons why I couldn't be with you today. My name is Davor Meersman. I'm the General Manager of Open and Agile Smart Cities. We are a global or globally operating network based out of Brussels, and we are on a mission to create the global data, smart cities and services market. We started out 3 years ago with 31 cities out of 8 countries, out of the observation that a lot of the smart city innovation was falling flat once it kind of reached market stage. So once government funding would cease, the projects would not continue. So there was a fundamental issue with the business model and or at least the conditions surrounding that, and that were standards. Due to the lack of standards, the solutions would only work in one city, and one city is not enough to make things sustainable. So over the years we've been working on developing minimal interoperability mechanisms, meaning small things, APIs, shared data models, another API and so forth that you can implement in your city based on existing infrastructure, and voila, by doing that you basically make that section of your system or city interoperable with this global marketplace. That response resonated quite well, so we grew from 31 cities to 118 from 24 countries today. We're also the subject and most important partner in one of the largest or the largest IoT smart cities project today in Europe. That has this ambition of creating a global market for smart city data and services. So although I could not be there, I do look forward to working with the cities of Uruguay in perhaps setting up a local presence, or at least setting up a local smart cities community that can interface with this global community that we today already have. The main advantages for doing that, well, for cities themselves, it's a story of innovation and procurement. By adopting these standards, of which FiWare is a reference implementation at the moment, and other implementations are following as well. So by adopting those, you make procurement cheaper, and you de-risk it to a certain extent, because you can swap out solutions and you can purchase more easily things that already exist, because your infrastructure can cope with that. In terms of innovation, it's a similar story, because you can basically, instead of reinventing the wheel and doing things again that have been done already elsewhere in the world, basically you hear through the network, okay, who has solutions for this and that, and you get the best practices together with the solutions of those best practices, which is obviously essential, and then you can adopt those and build on that baseline. So that's the idea of it, and that's how you make that very expensive, let's be honest, process of innovation a lot cheaper for your city. Then for your local ecosystem, of course, this means having a standardized environment does wonders as well, because, well, solutions that your local developers make and build for your city are be able to be sold to other cities around the world. When all OASC cities adopt all the MIMs, at that point you'll have a global market of more than 100, 200, who knows, cities to which they can essentially offer their solutions and well, can integrate with relative ease with those different city environments and legacy systems and so forth. So that's essentially what we're on a mission on with OASC. We're not for profit. We're kind of a neutral territory where cities come together, the demand side, and decide, okay, where do we need to go in terms of this technology landscape for smart cities. We have, apart from kind of management and our board, we have a council of cities that represents all the cities in our networks who have a final say on the technologies that are adopted by the network. So that means that we essentially organize the demand side to tell the market, like, hey, listen, this is what we want. Yeah? And the market, all they want, of course, is these types of coordinated signals, because they know once they develop according to these various specifications, there will indeed be a market waiting for them to adopt solutions. So I'm very happy to discuss this further with the key stakeholders in Uruguay. Quite sorry I couldn't be here, although I must say Korea is quite nice as well. I'm happy also to visit you guys at a later date, and look forward to making the next steps in the founding of OASC Uruguay. I leave it in the capable hands of my partners who did manage to make it to Uruguay to discuss this further, and they will be happy to provide you any contact details. Feel free to contact me. I'm always available. Thank you. Have a great event, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.